Alright, wait. Okay, cool. No. Oh, come on, what's going on with my audio? Alright, so the outside of this box is going to be made of OSB, or oriented strand board. You can pick this up at Home Depot or at Lowe's or any lumber yard. It's relatively cheap, inexpensive. It's alright to work with. Not the best, but more than adequate for what we're going to be using it for today. Alright, so to get the proportions and the sizes we need, I'm going to start by taking two of these 9x11 speaker boxes that held the speakers for this project, and I'm just going to line them up on the edge and mark it out, and that'll give us the faceplate. Once I cut it out, I will engrave those ovals into each side, and we'll have our front section. Then I will take that piece, I will move it down, mark it out, that'll give me the back, and I will do that two more times for the top and bottom. Alright, so oriented strand board has two different sides. It has a smooth side and a rougher side. So what I'm going to do, I want to make sure the smooth side is on the outside of my box. So I'm going to double check everything, get them all orientated the same way. And now with these pieces, it's relatively easy to find the rough side because there's a green grid on them. However, I'm going to make it a little more obvious. This way I don't accidentally confuse it. I think that'll get the message across. Alright. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to mark the total height. Should probably use the smooth side. That's fine. Boom. Grab my speed square and make the line. Awesome. Now I'll cut two of these out and we'll have a full box. Wait. I made a mistake. So while yes, I was able to get the height that I marked, I forgot I am going to have another piece. I'm going to have the lid of this thing sitting on top of that. So I have to shorten one of these sides. I have to shorten these two end caps by the thickness of the plywood. To do that, just going to take this scrap piece, put it up on the side. Let's get it so the camera can see. Put it up on the side, scribe a line, line the two pieces up, and take it over to my chop saw. Remember, measure twice, cut once. And there we go. So now, when I line everything up, oh no, it's too short, until you realize It's good. Until you realize there's going to be another piece right on top of it. So good. I'm now going to mark the two pieces because they are oblong. They are not squares. So I want to make sure I have them in the right orientation. Instead of writing a note, I'm going to put little arrows. Come on. Like that. Okay, so now I know either way, in those orientations, it'll line up. Alright, so I have the box kind of roughly held together. I got the lid right there. And I was going to start mapping out where to put an inlet for air to make a ported enclosure for my speakers. However, after a bit of research, I've decided to just keep it fully enclosed and not allow any airflow within the box. So this now becomes much simpler build. I'm just going to put the lid on. I'm going to put some holes in the back for the connectors. I still have to drill out the holes for the front, and we'll be back on target. Alright, so I'm making the template for the cutouts for the speakers themselves, and to do that I'm just taking 3 sheets of paper. I laid them across both speaker boxes, and I took a razor blade, puncture the hole, find the edge, and from there it's just follow the hole, follow the edges. You kind of got to be careful and play around with it a bit. This razor is going a little dull, so I'm pushing with the down motion. Yeah, do that all the way around, and you'll end up with something like this. Okay, I'm now going to center the template on top of my front face. Kind of tack it down just so it doesn't go anywhere, doesn't flutter around. And then I'm going to take some spray paint and just kind of mark the top. Okay, those are the spots I want to remove. Take off the tacks and the template. And there we go. I will now cut those out with a jigsaw. Perfect. Alright, so now on the back side, I'm going to start drilling the hole for these. These are what you attach the wires to transmit the sound into the speaker, yada yada yada. So, what I did was I pulled out my Forstner bit set, and I just kind of went through them, trying to find one that matched this circle. Turns out this one is a 2-inch circle, 2-inch in diameter. But if you're doing this yourself at home, you can always just take a ruler, take the connectors, turn it around, and kind of eyeball it across the back. You know, it doesn't have to be super precise. It doesn't have to be super precise because you have this overhang. But, you know, it's got to be close because otherwise it's just going to stick out and be ugly. So, I'm going to drill them. I've marked the centers. So let's get to it. Oh shit. Fuck. Yep. Okay. Yep. Cool. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that looks great. Yep. Great on both faces. Oh yeah. I totally didn't forget to hit the record button there. All right. Good. And we're moving on.